lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. Bogdanovic against Leonard. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the teams that you don't have a chance.
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Conley against Beverly. Right side, Conley. And here is O'Neal. Clock at 6. Shoots from 8. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
The shot by Harkless, no good. Mitchell wide open. The Jazz with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
O'Neal against Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. O'Neal against Leonard. Floats one up. And the rejection by Zubac.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future.
Chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season. First in steals, and of course, one of the game's truly elite scorers with the second most points per game in the league.
And as you said, first in steals last season, you have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. George against Mitchell to stop the run. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Zubac the pass to Beverly. Outside, George over Mitchell. George, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
High post, Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Leonard. Rebounded by the Jazz. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Now the dish to Bogdanovich. Conley against Beverly. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's a tie ball game. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Pass to Zubac. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. Goes up. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
It all started with the steal by Donovan Mitchell. You want to draft guys who can make things happen on both ends of the court.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard inside. Guarded by O'Neal. Leonard with the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Conley dishes to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell.
And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
Leonard draws the double, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Harkless kicks to Leonard. No good that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Outside Bogdanovich. Conley finds Gobert. Now here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Launches a three. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the pass to Harkless. Here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one is good from Zubac.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. George against Mitchell. Kicks it to O'Neal. Pulls it up. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And here's Conley outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Jazz lead by 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Now Harkless. Defended by Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. But Trey. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Beverly against Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. And Utah another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
To the middle. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. That's 12 points for Leonard.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. In the corner, George with it. Leonard against Mitchell. Leonard attacking. Misses from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Conley kicks to O'Neal. George against Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Here's O'Neal. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
George against Mitchell. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Green, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joe Ingles in for Royce O'Neal. Here's Mann. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Conley feeling it out. The feed now to Green. Here's Gobert. Buries the 7-footer. Gobert's got 6 points.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length, it's also the instincts.
And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Moutier, he's checked in for Utah. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Mitchell missing. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Washington. And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Moutier with the ball. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. Here's Mitchell, and that one drops for him. He's got 14.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Pass to Harrell. Man, defended by Moutier. And here's George for 3. Harrell, that's good.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Stolen away. Man passes to George. George missing again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Moutier. Feeds it to Green. 6 to shoot. Down low. Moutier with the basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Green. The shot. And he misses his first shot. And that does it for the first quarter. Jazz lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul George. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Man in at the point. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Williams. Taken away by Williams. Here's Man. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the three ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. The teardrop falls in, and the Jazz lead by 5.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Pass to George. Over Ingles. And it's George missing. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip.
They are just killing them on the interior.
George looking over the floor. Drills it from outside. George has got 9.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Davis down low. Harrell on him. And Davis can't get it to go.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And it's George missing. And there's the pass to Moutier. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. 8 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Outside, George. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
And no secret here, this is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws, and they're having a great second quarter at the line.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Yep, that one goes. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick or the lay-in.
With the teardrop, Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Williams dishes to Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And last season, Montrezl Harrell absolutely came alive for the Clippers.
He's always played with energy, but was more focused and made the most of his chances. You like to see him provide a little more on the glass, but make no mistake, he's a great finisher at the rim.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Moutier, and there's another one for the Jazz.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Williams passes to Green. In transition, here come the Jazz. Ingles with the ball. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Williams trying to get open as Davis. And with that shot, the Jazz lead has cut back down to 10 with the basket from Lou Williams.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Mitchell against Williams. And it's Mitchell missing. The Clippers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%.